1996, James Patterson Smith reportedly abused his 17-year-old girlfriend, Kellyanne Bates, for more than a month before he ended her life. Smith and Bates met while she babysat the children of a friend. She was unaware Smith abused multiple young women prior. Despite their 32-year age difference, Bates moved in with Smith. In England, the legal system considered her an adult, so her parents could not force her to leave Smith. He killed her months later. Kellyanne Bates was an English teenager who was murdered in Manchester, England at the age of 17 by her abuser, James Patterson Smith, born circa 1948. She was tortured by him over a period of 4 weeks, including having her eyes gouged from their sockets up to 3 weeks before her death, before being drowned in a bathtub. The murder inquiry was headed by Detective Sergeant Joseph Monahan of Greater Manchester Police, who said, "I have been in the police force for 15 years and have never seen a case as horrific as this." William Lawler, the pathologist who examined Bates' body, described her injuries as the worst he had seen on a murder victim. Smith, who had a history of violence and torture against former sexual partners, denied murdering Bates but was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment on November 19, 1997. On April 16, 1996, Smith reported to authorities that he had accidentally killed his girlfriend during an argument in a bathtub, claiming that she had inhaled water and died following his attempts at resuscitation. He also claimed that she often pretended to be unconscious. Police went to Smith's address and found Bates' naked body in a bedroom. Her blood was found throughout the house, and a post-mortem examination revealed over 150 separate injuries on her body. During the last month of her life she had been kept bound, sometimes tied to a radiator or furniture by her hair, other times by her neck using a ligature. Multiple stab wounds caused by knives, forks and scissors. Stab wounds inside her mouth. Crush injuries to both hands. Mutilation of her ears, nose, eyebrows, mouth, lips, and genitalia. The pathologist determined that her eyes had been removed not less than 5 days and not more than 3 weeks before her death. She had been starved, having lost around 20 kilograms in weight, and had not received water for several days before her death. Peter Openshaw, the prosecutor in Smith's trial, said, "It was as if he deliberately disfigured her, causing her the utmost pain, distress, and degradation. The injuries were not the result of one sudden eruption of violence, they must have been caused over a long period, and were so extensive and so terrible that the defendant must have deliberately and systematically tortured the girl. The cause of death was drowning, immediately prior to which she had been beaten about the head with a shower head." Smith denied murder and claimed Bates would put me through hell winding me up. He also claimed that Bates had taunted him about his dead mother and had a bad habit of hurting herself to make it look worse on me. When asked to explain why he had blinded, stabbed, and battered Bates, he said she had dared him to do it, challenging him to do her harm. Gillian Mezzi, a consultant psychiatrist, told the court that Smith had a severe paranoid disorder with morbid jealousy and lived in a distorted reality. 8. The jury at Manchester Crown Court took 1 hour to find 49-year-old Smith guilty of Bates' murder. Sentencing him to life imprisonment, the judge, Mr. Justice Sachs, recommended that Smith serve a minimum term of 20 years. What do you think about these gruesome crimes? What goes in the mind of these killers to give so much pain to another human? If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel.